Now come to discuss the communication diagram. It is an important diagram, and especially communication diagram is considered as critical during the designing phase. So what is communication diagram? It shows how different objects of the class communicate message passing. When we talk about the objects are created for class. Like for student object, we create different students. For customers class, we can create different customers. And there is no bound on the creation of the objects. So it basically shows the different objects. When compare it with the sequence diagram, so sequence diagram is a diagram which is basically the message passing or the interaction among the classes, the generic classes, rather than specific objects. So here we consider the specific objects rather than the whole class. Interaction of objects is shown in the communication diagram. It is also a type of interaction diagram, like the sequence diagram. Communication diagram is also a type of interaction diagram. So look at the example. This is object 1. So object 1 pass message to object 2. Then object 2 pass message to this n minus 1 object, and it pass message to itself. It can pass message to itself and to this. Although the numbers are given like 1, 2, 3, 4, this is just for different types of messages. Like we have 7 types of message mentioned here, but these number does not show the ordering. So it's also shows that the ordering of messages is not necessary, but as compared to the sequence diagram, where the order of events or the sequence of messages pass among the different classes or objects are mentioned, but here there is no sequential order. So communication diagram just shows represent the message types. This is the object diagram for the generic generic communication diagram for point of sale. Example, so customer addition. So if we want to add the customer, so customer will send message to itself. Like if we generate the invoice, so sale will create an event and will communicate with the database and will generate the invoice number. Similarly, all the modules, like when we want to add new product in the stock, so the message is passed to itself. So if we take sale, so first of all, when we want to add the sale of the customer, so it will send the message to the customer. So for ID, what type of message is passed? Is a sale will request for the customer ID. So customer ID will be fetched and will be put here. Similarly, invoice number is sent to sale detail. The sale, this is the sale main object which contain the customer ID, and this is the sale detail object. So invoice number is sent, and for this particular invoice we can add many products. So it will request for products ID and products detail will come here. So different products can be added, there is no bound. Similarly, when sale is added, the debit amount and the payments detail will be entered. So debit amount will come here to this account, and credit entry will be here in this credit account. So we have two objects, different objects for the account belong to our accounts. So one is credit account, one is debit account object. Similarly, when customer comes and give you some money, so you can directly add the customer amount, and that is paid by the customer. So for that you will search the customer, so it will send the message uh, to customer, either this customer exists or not. So if it exists, so the credit will be entered, else it will not be entered. So you can see these are the generic names like sale, which sale id 1. So normally this is the generic diagram. So specifically you can mention for invoice 1 will be sent here, and then different products like product id 1 2 3 belong to this invoice will be sent here. So you can take the specific object here. Now what's the difference between the sequence diagram and the communication diagram? In sequence diagram, the focus is the ordering of message over the time. In communication diagram, the focus is the structure of the message that pass between the objects in the interaction. So these diagram illustrate the flow of message between objects and implied relationship between the classes. So the purpose look like same, but there is a difference, and the difference is the structuring. So in sequence diagram, the ordering of message is necessary, while in communication diagram it is not necessary. So in communication diagram we just focus specifically on objects and the particular message. So which message is passed, what type of message is passed. So this was all about the communication diagram. Hope you understood. Thank you so much.